Hey, everybody. Welcome to today's podcast, Kannar Insights. My name is Sam Cloete. I'm your host, and this is where environmental innovation meets agri-science. Today is really special. I get to introduce you to a good friend of mine, person on the screen, Fletcher Arrowwood, but also sitting right next to me, Bill Thompson.
Hello.
And today is about the first two investors in Kannar meeting one another for the first time also. By way of introduction, my friend Bill Thompson has been a longtime friend who disrupted the captive insurance industry in America, became a lead for physicians to make good doctors even better by self-insurance. Bill, is that a good summary?
That's a very good summary.
Well, thank you for that. Mr. Fletcher Arrowwood is tied to Kannar through a relationship of an individual who works at the company and has been watching us from the sidelines and was one of the first to jump in when the investment opportunity opened up. Today's podcast is to introduce two seasoned investors to each other and have our audience benefit from learning more about Kannar through the conversation they have with each other. Fletcher, welcome to the show. Start us off with, what do you look for in an early stage investment and why did you choose Kannar? And Bill, you after that.
Yeah, absolutely. Sam was mentioning, right, I have a personal connection. So I've been able to kind of see the growth of Kannar from the early stages. So I have a pretty good viewpoint of the passion, the dedication that's gone into the work at Kannar, but also the innovation that goes with that company. It's been fun to watch it grow. It's fun to see the people and the dedication behind the technology. But I think, I think what most interests me about this company is the impact that it has, right? The technology that this company is looking to bring not only has financial impact, but also has environmental benefits. And I think both of those together don't always go together, but when they do, it's a great thing. And Bill, I'm only seeing half of your face here, so I'm looking at the bottom half of you.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah.
That better. All right.
Yeah. Nice to meet you as well.
Well, I'm in the medical business, and medicine is a huge business in America, just like agriculture. And I think agriculture has emerged to an industry of importance in the nation. Our leadership seems to be focused on making farmers successful. And so I think a lot of money is going to be poured into agribusiness in the near future. As far as this particular company, I've known Sam as a really true and close friend for decades, actually. We go back a long ways. And one thing that I totally appreciate about Sam is his honesty about things in life and in business. And his businesses have sailed against some very strong headwinds in the past. I mean, it's a pretty tough times for his business, but they got through them, and in doing so, they've developed. And I don't know the details about the products, but they seem to be really very important products that they have the patents on that are going to be some game changers in some cases.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of thing that small companies really thrive on and are very successful with when they come up with something really big. In this case, maybe multiple items that might be. It's going to. I think. They will work together, and so it's not just one product, but multiple products in the same industry. But they've been sailing against the winds for years. It seems like now the winds are behind their sails, and they're just about to scoot across the lake in a good fashion and enjoy the ride. So I'm glad to be able to hop on board and enjoy the ride with them.
Same. I couldn't have said it better, right? It's funny that you talked about this industry. I think this industry it's ripe for change. I'm being an outsider, don't know too much, but I know from the technology that this company is starting to build, it's a game changer in terms of what farmers have had to be able to use today. So I just think of things like, I don't know, Sam, you were mentioning MSP, right? Just that simple technology of those seed pellets, right? And what I find interesting is, not only did you come up with an invention or a technology, right, that meets a need that can help farmers with their yields, but you thought about the practical application, right, of being able to use a piece of equipment that's already on the farm that maybe is not already going to be used and only used one time, right? And so, that's one less barrier to the market that you have. It's a product that farmers already know that they can use. They have a piece of equipment they know they can use it with. And that's the type of stuff that I love. And the fact that when with the MSP, right, you're talking about, I think about pollinators, check, right? We know that's something that we need to be worried about. I think about it increases yield, check, right? So, and then you have the equipment that's already available to you, check. It just makes sense. And these are the technologies that I'm seeing from Kannar. That's one of them. The other one, the bionematicide, right? You have an industry that's literally flooded with chemicals, and we're killing our river systems. It's not great for the environment. You don't see any new technology in that space, right? And so these new biologicals in this environment, it's an emerging market. And I think Kannar has the technology and is primed to take advantage of it. That's what I see.
Yeah.
I agree. You know more about it than I do. I'm just, but I know the man. I trust Sam Cloete with everything, and so it was a very, very, very easy decision for me to be supportive of him in an investment that I think is going to be very good for me as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm a novice in the private equity space, so I'm excited to join Kannar. I'm excited to learn in this is a new venture for me as well. So I look at it as being part of a company that I see really great people at, and I know that when you have great people behind something, it's going to be successful. So yeah, it's as much of a investment for me as a learning opportunity for me as well.
Well, Fletcher, thank you for taking the time to say hello to my dear friend Bill. And Bill, thank you for taking the time to welcome Fletcher as one of our early fellow investors into Kannar. We've been through a long journey. We've proven that we can be resilient against even a financial attack from multinationals. But I want to take a moment and say that's not done by one person. That's done by an entire team of individuals who put purpose over personal gain. And it's also done by a network of support. And Fletcher, thank you for your support. Bill, thank you for your encouragement over the years also. We're excited to be at this area with demonstrated success and with anticipation to be market ready on technologies that typically have a very long horizon to entry. We're excited to have you as our shareholders, and thank you for taking the time to meet each other and also the kind words to Sam and the team. We all appreciate it.